I need the other teleport. I need it so bad.
I need your love so bad. We're listening to Darondo this episode.
Oh yeah, I guess that's my music suggestion for the next episode.
Darondo.
Alright, the episode has started already, so what's your music suggestion?
Yeah, you guys should listen to Darondo.
What is Darondo?
Darondo is a soul musician from the 70s. He's dead now.
Oh.
Yeah, he died
Yeah.
No, I think he died
totally.
before you showed him to me.
Really?
It was like really like I looked him up after you showed him to me. I was like, "Oh, he died," and you were like surprised. You're like, "He's dead?"
Yeah, if you saw the Breaking Bad episode where what's his name? Walter blows up the gas station. When he blows up the gas station, that's the guy's car at the gas station. That's the song playing is Darondo. It's Didn't I by Darondo.
Which is
What album do you recommend by Darondo?
He only has like one.
One or two, yeah.
Yeah. The other
And
one,
they're like compilations.
yeah. Well, I know he has the one "Let My People Go," and then he has one that's like a live like radio show or something.
If that music proves too classy and old for you, and you want to listen to some postmodern dumb bullshit, you should also listen to Thug Bungalow by ICP and the Funky Bunch. Not ICP, ICP and the Funky Bunch.
Icy as in it's icy.
As in an icy drink. ICP and the Funky Bunch, Thug Bungalow. It won't take long.
It's like 17 minutes long.
And if you don't understand what's happening,
It's
one
fine.
does.
Google it.
Gupta.
Well, everyone does.
Gupta.
I know what's happening. But, yeah.
Speaking of Gupta, I went to Brandon's art class this past week.
Oh yeah, I just take Trevor to all my classes.
Why is that speaking of Gupta?
Because we learned about Indian art.
Yeah,
for
this
my Asian art
Gupta was
class.
thrown around quite a bit.
Just once.
It was more than once.
It was definitely just like once.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I was paying attention. You
Dude,
were watching
you spent
Street Fighter videos.
more time trying to escape the swamp through teleport than it would have taken to get out of the swamp by walking.
I don't think so.
No, you can't get out of here by walking.
Oh.
You must walk.
Yes, exactly.
Is
You
this
have
like
to
a
find...
like a Lost Woods situation? Like it just keeps looping back on itself?
No.
Warp stone.
I have to just find an area large enough so I can teleport.
Can't you do it on that grassy knoll up there where the businessman is?
Yeah, that's where it's recommended, but I don't like going all the way back. I'm looking...
You're
I have to level
practically
myself.
there now.
Yeah, I know. That's where I've been slowly teleporting my way, trying to find an area where I can teleport around there. But at some point, I do get a better teleport. Yep, I would run into the doctor. Okay, we got this.
Dude, I don't even think this place is big enough.
For the Tenga egg?
I wanted to turn and then keep going
You're
straight.
the worst centipede player of all time.
You want to try this?
No.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm hurt. Because it's definitely not an average run.
Call a cab.
For the longest time.
Can you do it from down there and then like
Go up.
It can't.
yeah, like from
There can't really be no other way, right?
Yeah, because you teleport here.
we've tried every way, man.
Like, would they not have programmed a location that would be convenient to teleport so you don't spend?
It's usually like this first area.
That
I
is
thought-
racist.
That is racist.
Yeah, let me get out of here.
Take my weird ass shield, Puppy Sif. It'll protect you from urban violence.
I would run into him. Oh my god, I thought I lined myself up.
Oh, the shady guy.
This is mind numbing.
Don't worry about
Put
it.
your number in my phone.
I feel like I should have that teleport by now. I guess not.
So, financial aid sucks.
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
Wait, this looks like a pretty long stretch that you're walking through right
It's a
now.
pain
Yeah,
in
I've
the
been thinking about
ass.
this.
Because, okay, I did my FAFSA, and that has my mom's info on it. My school is being a dickhead, and they want, personally, they want me to give them, hey,
There we
did it.
go.
They
Fucking
want
finally.
me to give them my mom's tax return, even though it's already on the FAFSA, which is sent to them.
I don't know what a FAFSA is.
Oh yeah, he's not
didn't-
educated.
He doesn't know school.
You have to help him.
I'm not educated, employed, or in training.
You're a NEET, basically.
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
You're like Elizabeth Major.
Oh God, is she a NEET now?
She's like always been a NEET.
I thought she was like a college student.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
It's the opposite of being a NEET.
There was a point in time where she was a NEET, mainly when she came over here. She was a NEET.
Guess I'm employed. I'm self-employed. I'm basically like the guy from I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying, except without a smoking hot, perfect wife. That show mocks me.
You're basically like, shit.
And without awesome abs. Because that guy, for some reason, has awesome abs.
Probably works out.
Yeah, even though you never see that. You just see him being a nerd. But he has a rockin' bod.
He's like so psycho-sexy.
Okay. We got the tough enemies now.
Shit.
Yeah, I tried to fight these guys while I was playing in
Oh, you're at this part?
well, I mean, I was at this part, like this area with everyone but Pooh.
These
Fighting.
are different enemies.
Oh. I mean, I was fighting these guys, but they might have been... These guys look palette swapped. Or something. But I definitely could not fight them because I died within, like, one hit or so.
Or
Trevor,
maybe you teleported.
You should hand me those
A bit
potato
early.
chips.
Fuck yourself. Fuck your potato chips, Conrad.
Potato.
Oh god, this is a rough
Sour
one.
cream and onion? You're disgusting.
Not just sour cream and onion.
Rippled.
Rippled. Sour cream and onion chips are not good if they're not rippled.
I'd wager to
This
say
is
they're
the
not,
Digi principle.
not good in general. No, I'm good. I ate too much. I ate that whole Wawa sub and then that bag of chips and then a sweet tea and then this thing, and I feel disgusting now. I live by the law of if it feels good, do it.
And then if it feels like garbage afterwards, regret it.
Yes, what law is that? Gaddafi's law.
God.
What was that? What were they? Why were they talking about Gaddafi on that show, on Peep Show?
He was that guy. Mark makes very like
Yeah, 31.
learned statements. He's very smart. And then I'm pretty sure Gaddafi was still, you know, relevant then, especially in Europe because they're a lot closer to him.
Guys, is he dead?
Yes,
Okay, thought so.
he died in the Libyan civil war.
Yeah, show some respect, man.
Yeah,
Gaddafi
show Colonel
Duck
Gaddafi
needs
some
some respect.
goddamn respect.
Is that what they said? I don't remember.
No.
I know he called him Colonel Gaddafi though.
He caught him because, you know, Gaddafi did whatever he wanted basically.
Right.
And Jez was basically doing whatever he wanted. I think
see.
he's... I forget what he's doing. He's trying to extort money from his mom or something. And he's like, I live by one rule. If it feels good, do it. And then Mark says, what rule is that? Gaddafi's law. And then he's just like, oh, whatever. And he's like, Colonel Gaddafi could not drop a base hook, and even you should know
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
I thought that was brilliant.
Colonel
PK
Gaddafi.
Starstorm.
Hot topical.
If it's like 5 years ago.
Yeah, not too topical anymore. I mean...
It's still on the cusp of being topical.
Yeah, it's about to be
It's
put into
past
the...
it's
annals
more like
of
it's over the
history.
hill of being
It's
topical.
on the cusp.
I'd say on the cusp, or the precipice.
I would say on the precipice.
Being on the precipice means it's about to be relevant.
No. Oh.
I started reading a book today.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I brought it up just to not tell
Jesus.
you.
You're a real cunt.
You're looking around for the book,
I
but I
am.
already hid it in anticipation of this.
Oh my god.
When me and Brandon, okay, Trevor came upstairs earlier, and it was the perfect image, wasn't it? Because I was sitting up, like, perfectly straight on the bed, reading a book,
Yeah.
with the light filtering through the window, like, right on me. And I was like all sunlit, and Trevor came walking in, and he was just, oh, and I just looked at him. I looked up at him like all sagely,
And I was like, oh, you're reading. And then
And
I
then,
left.
and then he was asking me what I was reading, and I was just like, a book, and he was like, well, what kind of book? And I was like, it's got text, man, and So then when we were waiting for Trevor, because for some reason he took like half an hour to eat.
I got
before
a
he came
giant
upstairs,
sandwich.
I hid the book so that he would not find out what I was reading.
Tessie.
Probably something dumb anyways, like Freud or the Magna Carta.
I'll give you a hint.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Something else in this room is related to it. It belongs to a franchise.
French fries.
Or I should say it's an origin of a franchise of which I own other things. There you go.
Well, that really narrows it down.
It's really top shelf entertainment.
Oh my god. He's going over there now.
My fucking legs.
So stupid. Why are you? He's staring at my fucking anime DVD collection
It's gotta be.
at the top shelf. Oh man. What would you even consider the top shelf of that brown cabinet? The uppermost or the one that has stuff on it?
You're talking about this or that? This?
Either one.
Thematically and
Definitely.
aesthetically, how does this room make you feel?
Don't say that. This big boy. You got it, Thomas? Book this is.
Goodbye, Tessie.
Against
We will
the
see
day.
you again.
Oh wow, you have a Glenn Beck book?
What?
Oh god.
Glenn Beck?
Rush Limbaugh?
There's not a Glenn Beck book over there.
You know Rush Limbaugh has his own like tea company?
Oh man, we gotta support him.
It's called like Liberty.
What was the book that you saw? That you
Oh,
said
it was
I should have gotten this a
not
while ago.
Glenn Beck, Glenn something.
Malcolm Gladwell?
No. Glenn Cook.
I don't know who that is.
Don't.
What book is it?
Chronicles of the Black Company.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Did I loan that to you, Brandon? Did you ever read that?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
I don't read.
It was a fantasy book. There was like 3 books in one. Chronicles of the Black Company. I could have sworn I loaned it to you and you read it, like all of it.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
It was like about a group of like mercenaries. Yeah, whatever. I only read like the first chapter of it.
Very clean.
Yeah, it was really good, but it's very I guess I'd call it Game of Thrones-esque in that it's like very No,
It's-
a very unglamorous take on like a fantasy setting.
I see.
Very dark and
We get it. We get the idea.
decrepit,
Whatever, man.
broken,
We understand now.
but
Bootleg
probably
Disney.
not quite as rapey.
Not as rapey.
You know, I have Kevin Smith's book over there.
Oh,
My Boring Ass Life.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin
It's
Smith.
not mine though. It's actually my mom's friend loaned it to my dad. He never touched it, so I took
it and
read
didn't
like 10 pages and put it on my shelf.
I mean, that's basically how you get more books. You
That's
borrow
half
them.
like half the books up there. Not half of them, but like there's like 2 or 3 books
good- a
that
good portion
are
of
my
them.
dad's that he like. My dad has this habit of reading books and then telling me, dude, you really like this book, you gotta read it, and then giving it to me, and I never read it, and I don't understand the basis on which he thinks I will like the books. Because he'll be like, oh, it's really interesting, and then he'll like explain the concept to me, and I'll be like, okay, well, now I get it, because you've explained to me the concept. I don't like reading. When have
Okay.
you ever seen me read a nonfiction book other than like Outliers, and that was it.
Oh,
One Malcolm
That's fine.
Gladwell book. which is like-
Non-fiction.
Yeah.
Just read
no problem.
a 9/11 conspiracy book.
Night of the Living Dead?
Well, I did read the Da Vinci Code back when it was
That's
relevant.
basically a 9/11
Yeah.
conspiracy book.
Okay, let's heal up here. We'll go back to Dr. Internet's lab. We have to go through the underground Stonehenge base. After that, we go through the fire well. Then
Through
we
the
go
fire
to
and the
Max.
flood?
Funny because I was pretty young when I read that
And
book.
Jesus.
We're at the end of the
Sounds like a
game.
When I read
Wow,
the Da
really?
Vinci Code, and even back then I was like, this writing style is really obnoxious. You ever read the Da Vinci Code, Trevor?
Dan Brown. You should
No,
read it.
Every
We suggest
every
that everyone
chapter
reads
is
it.
like 2 pages long.
The fuck?
And
So you
it'll-
feel smart?
Well, basically, like, it constantly has, like, cliffhangers. It'll be like every time a character does something, it's its own chapter with a cliffhanger to make it so it's like, oh, it's a pulse-pounding page turner. You're constantly on the edge of your seat. And it's like, it's just kind of obnoxious. Yeah.
Well, this is.
And most of it, like, the actual plot takes place in, like, 2 long scenes of exposition.
It happens in Tom Hanks's brain.
That was the first movie I saw when I moved back to Virginia.
Really? What's your problem?
I was a kid, and my mom was like, "Do you want to go to the movies?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." That was probably the latest movie my mom's been to. Like, she
That's
hasn't
sad.
gone back.
She hasn't gone back?
No, she hasn't. I don't really like going to the movies much either. It's expensive. I could just pirate it.
We should all Glenn Beck to the movies.
We should sherm and get wet.
Please.
I don't like going to movies much, but not because... I mean, I love seeing films on a big screen.
It is
with
about
good
money,
audio.
isn't it?
You would think so, but I have money. It's about the audience. Always someone on their phone in front of me. Every time. Without fail.
Always people with phone.
And I get very distracted very easily by lights. Like any kind of light source that's not the light source I'm meant to be paying attention to. If someone's phone like comes on, like their screen lights up, I immediately look at it. Like I just did when you lit your phone screen up. And so, like for instance, when I saw Mad Max, dude in front of me is sitting there on his like kept opening Snapchat the whole fucking movie.
Fuzzy
I'm just like,
Pickles!
wow, what a
but,
great
like-
photograph! It'll always bring back the...
Yeah! Don't worry. That's. I think there's like one more time where he shows up, and then that's it.
Well, we got to make sure we get it that time because I wasn't paying attention at all. But yeah,
yeah,
it pissed me
this place
off,
is
and it was the worst part of like everything else about Mad Max was perfect, but that guy, fuck that guy.
I don't have the eraser.
I also hate it because this isn't a problem anymore because we always go to Lynn Haven, but the theater near our house has garbage audio quality most of the time.
Are you talking about Cinemark?
Regal, I've never been to Cinemark.
Cinemark's
Regal
pretty
is
good.
like
Bear.
a negligent amount, not negligent, like marginal amount closer to your house. You're talking about the one in Town Center, right?
Yeah.
I guess
one
it
in-
is closer.
The one in Town Center, their audio's always garbage. It'll always come out of like just the front 2 speakers for some reason. Like
You should
we
complain.
saw Skyfall and it just sounded like shit. And then there was a time we complained, which was when me and Victor went to MacArthur to see what the fuck was it, Interstellar, and we got a full refund because the theater next to us had the bass so fucking loud that it was crushing everything in the sound. And then we went and saw it in glorious IMAX.
Glorious IMAX.
But yeah, in general, there's
you need
always
to go see your
something
mom?
that goes wrong.
No, I
at
just
a
call
theater.
her.
The same goes for concerts, really. Like, I love seeing bands live, but there's always something that bothers me at every show I go to, usually involving the crowd.
Yeah, that's bound to happen. I just work through.
Earthbound to happen. Escargot Express.
The main shows
Escargot's Will.
The main shows I end up going to are
Take
ones that are like party
consolation.
shows that are loud and fun, and everyone's just losing their shit, because then you don't really have to worry about, like, oh, the sound quality's off, or oh, people are talking through it and stuff. Like, you just,
You
that's why I
should
see Mastodon every time, because you could just fucking go ape and get in a mosh pit.
you should have gone to the Beach Fossil show. That shit was ridiculous and pissed me off.
Really?
Yes, because it was like a bunch of fucking high schoolers trying to displace me when I got there early.
Right.
I got my seat, or not seat, but my area.
Right, exactly.
In the very front, in the very center. Like, I was
That's
pressed
what
up
they
against
do.
the stage.
A bunch of assholes constantly. Dude, the most pissed off I've ever been at a show was when I went to see Coheed and Cambria with Circus Survive and The Deer Hunter, whom I had only, like, because of that show, I started listening to Circus Survive and The Deer Hunter, and I got pretty into them before the show started. So I was fairly into all 3 bands and really into Coheed for, like, a long, long time, right? This was around when their 5th album had come out. And, like, The Deer Hunter was cool, and Circus Survive was Circus Survive was great because their crowd was like insane. Everyone there was like losing their shit, and it was like, all right, cool. And then Coheed comes out, and they open with "In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3," which is like a really big, epic song that's really meant to be sung along to. Like, that's the appeal of playing that song live, is everyone will sing along to it, right? Because it's got these parts where there's like crowd vocals where it's going like, whoa, 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 and that would be awesome. Well, the song starts, and the crowd immediately, these dudes in the back, start pushing everyone forward.
Yeah.
And so for the whole fucking song, I am not even able to stand. Like, I'm off my feet. And I'm just, like, trying to enjoy the music and sing along, and I'm like, I'm not even on the ground. And this is not, like, a heavy song or heavy band or heavy show. It's just fucking Coheed, you know? Like, it was super lame, and it ruined the vibe. And then after, like, one or two songs, I just straight up went back. Like, I went backwards into, like, farther back in the concert hall. But, like, I was so mad after that, like, because, like, that was a song that was, like, the first song I, like, really got into with that band, and I'd wanted to see it live for, like, ever, you know? Like, even though I wasn't that into Coheed at the time that I saw them, I had, you know, wanted to see that song live since I was, like, 14, and then, like, not having a good experience with it just kind of ruined the whole show for me. And I was like, fuck this crowd. And the worst crowds are at Opeth shows. Because Opeth... Do you ever listen to Opeth before, Trevor? Ever heard any of their stuff?
Probably something you guys have played. I know of them.
Their style is basically that they switch between really heavy and really soft segments in their songs, right? It'll go from, like really, really sparse prog sounding, like... you know, pretty music into extremely heavy fucking death metal, right? And that's what they're known for. But at their shows, there's always like a clear divide because half of the crowd are like hardcore Opeth fans who are down for all of it, and the other half are people who just want to see a metal show and are drunk, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're at an Opeth show, they start playing the heavy part of their song, and everyone's into it. They're all headbanging, they're all thrashing, people are moshing and stuff. But then they'll start playing the quiet part, and everybody just kind of stops, you know? And, like, a lot of people are awkward, and they start during the last show I saw with them, they played some songs from their album Heritage, which has no, like, really death metal parts, right? It's mostly just proggy stuff. And, like, they got into, like, this long instrumental section, and people were just literally talking over it. Like, everybody in the place was just having conversations over the music. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? We're at a concert, you know, like, but it's because it's a bunch of dumb fucking drunk metalheads who just want to come to hear the death metal parts and are bored by the other parts, and they'll yell shit at the stage and stuff like that, you know. And it's just they put on great shows, they are great performers, but the audience like ruins it. Yeah. I would recommend, instead of seeing... Well, I mean, it could just be because of where we live, because it's just not, like, a big community that's probably into Opeth. Virginia's a very, like, in terms of rock, it's all, like, hardcore and heavy metal, like, audience, you know? Like, people who just want to fucking thrash and go apeshit at shows. But, if you ever watch, like, their live DVDs where it's like they're playing in England and it's like a crowd that's all really into it, that's a pretty kick-ass show.
Right.
And has my favorite quote from any DVD, where after the DVD they were interviewing people walking out of the place, and this black lady's like, "Blackwater Park, amazing." This episode, I think, we started this 25 minutes ago, right?
Who am I?
What time did we stop the last one?
I?
101:18.
Yeah, okay.
How did I not land
That's
in
it for this
teleport?
episode of Digibro and Friends.
This is madness. Oh wait, I think I landed teleport at the end of this.
1:25:20.